Hey TalkLife, hope you're having a really good week. If you can hear my son in the background, he has decided that this is the moment that he is going to make his voice heard. We've got a shark in his brand new aquarium. Got him in an aquarium last night, and the shark he is worried is scaring the other fish. So the shark must come out, and it must come out right now. For those of you who are working from home, or you're doing videos from home, you know exactly what it is that I'm talking about. Massive tangent to get this video started. I want to talk about moderation in more detail again. Over the coming weeks, we are implementing those brand new moderation rules. They're going to be plastered throughout TalkLife. 99% of you, this isn't going to make the slightest difference. But for those of you who are using TalkLife for the wrong reasons, you're bullying, being abusive, trying to slip through moderation, or maybe you're getting around admin bans or being evasive, it's going to pick you up. We're doing, I wouldn't call them ban raids, but we're doing additional moderation on accounts that have high levels of flag ratios. If you are bullying people in comments, in replies, or in posts, your accounts are going to be banned from the platform, and your subsequent accounts as well. Even if you're sort of using VPNs or whatever you're doing to get around those bans, your account and usernames will be blocked. Now, obviously, there are different levels of bans within TalkLife. So before some of you say, well, you banned such and such and then they came back. Yes, there are multiple tiers of suspensions and bans within TalkLife. You've got a 2-day ban, a 7-day, and then a lifetime ban. And that gives everyone the chance to come back, follow the guidelines, and post within the guidelines. That's a pretty fair system, and it works well. But definitely, if you are on the platform to troll and to bully others, your time is limited on there, if not already. In terms of the rules, we said to you this is going to be a collaborative approach. We want your help in building these rules, going through a couple of them. I don't want to sort of focus on all of these today. We're respectful, authentic. Spamming content is not welcome on TalkLife. This also goes for sharing your Discord groups, sharing social media. Yes, you're welcome to share content on TalkLife, by all means, but don't spam the content. Equally, religious or Bible quotes or other cultural beliefs, you're welcome to share these things, but please don't spam them. We're also not a platform that's set up for you to preach and to convert people. So if that's your intention, please don't do it. Sharing graphic content, graphic self-injury, this isn't welcome, and we're not geared up for that, and it's harmful for others. Don't promote unhealthy behaviors. Remember that TalkLife isn't just about you. There's a whole community of people that are struggling right now. If you are finding someone's advice unhelpful, that's okay. Move on. Don't get into a massive dispute with them, or think that someone owes you something, or the community owes you anything, or they owe you help. The best way of getting support on TalkLife is to be open and to help others as well, and to be there when other people need you. I've mentioned don't preach. Keep the BS to a minimum. This is important in any sort of community. Private jokes, your own sort of personal 2-word sentences that only make sense to yourself, please don't share them on TalkLife. Go to the diary system or share them in random if you need to. TalkLife isn't Tinder. I mean, we talk about this all the time. TalkLife isn't a dating platform. If you're here for dating, just don't. Okay, you can by all means build relationships and friendships. We've had people marry from TalkLife before. We've had lots of healthy relationships, but it's not a dating platform. Should I send a nude? No. If you're thinking, and you're sitting there right now thinking that this might be the good time to share your genitals, just don't. Just don't do it. Unwanted nudes is, it's really offensive. It might make you feel good, and it might, almost like flashing someone on the street. You might enjoy that, but don't do it. Not only are you sort of sharing nudes with random people, but you're also getting flagged up through moderation systems as well, where everyone else has to look at your nudes and then they have to take action against that. So just don't do it. Respect the privacy of others. We're a pseudo-anonymous network. That means that people are not using their identities on TalkLife, as in a Facebook or even Twitter is somewhat anonymous, but people will use anonymous avatars, they'll use anonymous usernames. You don't need to be a detective and go after them and say that person is a catfish or this or that or that. On the other hand, don't be a catfish. Don't set up a profile just to bait people into supporting you, and also don't set up alt accounts to bully yourself. This is one of the top things that admins have to deal with. Just don't do it. Flag content, flag. We can't say this enough. If something isn't quite right, flag that content. Bring it to the attention of an admin. Admins are sort of there to act within 20 to 30 seconds. Flag the content. Even if you don't know if it's wrong or not, flag the content, and admins can take a deeper look as well. Don't do a ban evasion. If you've been banned, just take the break. Go and get a good book. Come back in 2 days or 7 days. Take the advice that we give you. You can appeal the ban if you think that the ban's been made in error. You can appeal, and we can look at that for you in more detail. TalkLife isn't a marketplace to sell your services. This makes sense. If you're a professional therapist or a psychiatrist, or you're trying to build a caseload of clients, don't do it on TalkLife. Don't advertise your services on TalkLife. There are other sort of online directories that you can go through. If you want to help TalkLife, go through the volunteering channels, get certified, get verified. Please don't advertise yourself as a psychologist and try to start giving clinical advice that could go against your own insurance, but is also completely inappropriate in a peer environment. I don't need to go through this next point, but I will. If you're not getting along with someone, just let it go. Don't get into a massive fight in an online environment. Leave that for Twitter or Reddit or other networks. If you're not getting along, as your mum used to say, or your parents used to say, just maybe your parents didn't say that. Maybe your parents said, go and sort it out. But try to de-escalate it. Don't get into a fight. Low quality content. If you're thinking again about sharing a one-word post or the most graphic joke you've ever heard because it's funny to you, please don't do it. Final couple of points. Help us. Admins are here to help. We are passionate people that have taken on these jobs to support this community. So please help us by flagging. Get behind us. Support us. My last 2 points. Keep it legal. Don't talk about illegal activities. If you're talking about illegal activities, acts of terror, anything like that, you're going to be reported up to relevant authorities. That's what happens in online communities. If you're talking about hurting people or imminent risk of harm to others, you will be reported, so don't do it. And then freedom of speech is a really big one, especially for certain countries. This is, yes, you have the freedom of speech to share whatever is on your minds. No, not everything is appropriate in communities like TalkLife. And that means that if you want to preach hate speech, or if you want to share certain things, it's not welcome on TalkLife and your accounts will be banned. That's not censorship. It's simply saying that content is completely inappropriate for a mental health support community. And I would encourage you to rephrase some of the content you're saying, to ask the question, why am I sharing this? We fully reserve the right to run TalkLife Moderation in a way that we see fit and in line with our terms of service, in line with the App Store and Google Play's terms of service. So please respect those values. The final thing I'd say, in terms of enforcement, you'll get gentle warnings, moving content to random, locking posts and commenting. Admins will ask you to take a break or to calm down. You'll issue those short bans, restricting posting and messaging, and then permanent bans of your device if needed as well. What do you think? Are we missing something? Should we have something else? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm trying to put these videos out weekly. If you find this snippet helpful, let me know. If not, let me know. Give it a thumbs down if it's not helpful. I know moderation is something you're all passionate about. We have to do this together as a community. There isn't a one-size-fits-all. We need to do this, and we need to build the community that we think is that TalkLife should be. So would love to hear your comments. Thank you so much. Hopefully the shark in that situation has sorted itself out. I'm going to go and work that out. Have an amazing weekend. Would love to hear what you're doing. Yeah, thanks. Bye.